What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Hugo Core podcast. Not the anime podcast anymore. Just a regular podcast.
Catch.
Thank you. The Hugo Core podcast. I'm your host, Joseph Hugo. This is my co-host.
It's your boy Flu.
And we have a guest speaker with us today, a guest visitor, if you will. The boy, Sage Kill Rep, a.k.a. Sage, bro. Welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to be here, finally.
The first guest, bro. Like, that's kind of big, man.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's big. Well, yeah, Danny. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know. But anyways, we need to get him out here.
I don't know if that was necessarily completely his fault, but
No,
the fact that he ain't been back
been
might
back
be
to
a
help
little
us
bit
re-record it, yeah.
his fault, but
You know,
it is what it is.
it is what it is. But yeah, well, welcome, man. Welcome to the show. I've been wanting to have you out for a long time, and I mean, there's been so many things that me and you have watched together back when we were roommates and stuff like that. We
Anime Sundays.
Anime Sundays, dude, where we'd sit and watch anime on Sundays. We just fucking scroll down the Crunchyroll list, dude. Just pick one, and then we just watch it. And we'd give it 5 episodes. If it's trash, we move on.
Move on. Yeah.
And then that's when we found GTO.
GTO. Kaijo.
Kaijo. Yeah, indeed. So the good stuff. So welcome. I want to start by saying thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you're on YouTube, and also just follow the podcast if you're on any other streaming platforms, Amazon, Stitch, Spotify, iHeartMusic, iHeartRadio. We are on literally everything.
We just went through the
There's
entire
too
dictionary.
That's right. just follow the podcast if you're having fun. Also, nobody won the giveaway from last time. So you guys are probably thinking like, oh, somebody already won that. I'm already over it. No, nobody's won it. So you can do that again. All you have to do is, we've broken the sacred law. You have to say what anime figure is on the table in 2 episodes.
Yep.
And just comment it in the comment section, and then you'll win a wall scroll. So simple as that. And we do ship all over the world. Shout outs to FedEx, baby.
Easy.
So yeah, super easy. But without further ado, let's get into it. So we just watched. Well, we've seen a couple of things lately. Honestly, we've seen a lot lately. But we just. Well, shit, I don't even know where I want to start. Because we just watched. All right, let's just go back. Because we just go back to the beginning.
How far back you want to go?
We're gonna go back to 2 movies ago, and we have 30 minutes. So we just got done watching. We watched Slime. We didn't just get done watching it, but we watched Slime.
We watched that.
Yeah, so we went and saw that time I was reincarnated as a slime, and the movie takes place basically right after the end of the season.
Yeah.
That just happened. The movie takes place right there, and kind of explains some stuff. Maru's already a demon lord, stuff like that. You get to meet Benimaru's family, brother,
kind of
guy, type guy,
brother in arms,
yeah,
kind
brother
of
in
deal.
arms type of thing. They're from the same ogre village and stuff like that. So, what do you think? What do you think? We'll go in order. What do you think, Flu?
It's pretty classic. I mean,
Positives first. We'll go negatives last.
god damn, now you're putting me really on the spot.
Yeah, positives first.
Honestly, like the animation, we always talk about animation.
Yeah.
It's always getting better. Well, for the most part, it's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
At least the movie quality always seems to be pretty on point.
Oh, yeah.
Sound was awesome.
Got to support our anime movies.
Got to.
Mhm.
Got to. If you want to see them, at least.
Right.
If you want to see more of them, which we are starting to see more of them, which is nice. I mean,
Yeah.
what?
I mean,
3
shoot, we got
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah,
we got
2 weeks. We got 2
Yeah.
movies. That's
In
never
we have
really ever happened.
something else in February, I think. Maybe not a movie, but we have, I think, at least one show.
I think we have the Dr. Stone movie. I think is coming out in February.
Right. I think that's
It's
the
either
one.
that or the Overlord movie.
That's it.
The Overlord
That's
movie.
it.
Yeah,
And that's
excited
gonna
for
be-
that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a banger.
I'm honestly, man.
Well, we don't know where it takes place or
We
when
don't.
it's filling
We
in.
don't. And that's
we
the
don't
thing.
know.
And that's the thing that threw us off with this movie.
Yeah.
That's what threw us off with this
Yes.
movie. But the
Yeah.
Slime movie was really good. Honestly, the ending was the most enjoyable part. I feel like there's a little lull in the middle of it, but I don't know. It's tough seeing movies after work sometimes because then I'm just already tired.
Yeah.
And then
Completely understandable.
it's just like 20 minutes
Well,
of
it's because they keep shitting on us and putting the show times for like the anime movies at like bum
fucking
hours.
Dumb hours.
Like bum
dude.
hours.
Just dumb hours.
Like the dub is like, oh, right there in the morning. How convenient. Like
Of
it's all in
course.
English. It's right there for you. It's sub. They're like, hey, fuck the sub, guys. We put it at like 9:50 or some shit, like some random time.
It's like, cool,
10:15.
I gotta be at work at 6:30 in the morning,
like,
but I guess I'll make it
it's only
work.
during the weekday, and if you don't watch it that time, then it's gone.
Then it's
And
gone.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
gone.
problem.
That,
I don't know
Yeah.
why they don't put them on the weekends.
I don't know,
like,
dude. I have
if
no
you
idea.
want it to be seen the most, especially if they're only releasing for like one day.
right?
it's got to be because
Gotta be
it's more
weekends.
expensive for them to have theaters show it on weekends or something like
Or maybe
that.
it's the subs just doesn't get as much love for movie theaters. We gotta
Maybe
change
even-
that.
Either
We gotta
way.
Yes.
change that Hugo Core.
Yeah.
If y'all can't fucking read,
Oh boy. Yeah. See, now you triggered him. Now
See,
you
nah,
triggered
we
him.
don't-
You just gotta keep going a little bit. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know if it's Japanese or English.
Yeah,
gi-
it just flows.
It just flows.
it gives me an excuse to watch things multiple times.
Hey, you better
that
level
too.
up. You better level up that dojutsu, baby.
yeah.
Hey, you're in the Hyuga Core. I want to see y'all get y'all Byakugan when we watching these animes, bro. Need y'all to level that up, bro. I don't want to hear none of that Sharingan bullshit. We Hyuga out here. But anyways, so yeah. So what do you think?
So slime.
Positively.
Positive first.
Yeah.
Positive
Yeah.
first. Okay.
That's why mine was
So-
so short.
So it was really good because it did really it followed the classics like slime experience, right?
Okay,
Like
I agree with that.
Like the character build up.
The character
to the,
build-
yeah,
yeah, exactly,
The build
like-
up with the other
Yeah.
character. Yeah.
exactly
The
the,
jokes.
way
The family
the
arc
jokes,
with-
the way
yeah.
they
Yeah.
mingle together,
Yeah,
the like Shion having her, of course, like
the food.
the food
Yeah.
and and her whole drinking and getting a little bit
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like it
A
just
little wild.
stuck with the classic like structure that makes
Yeah.
slime so good.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like that anime. They have a lot of
Yeah.
like character building, like we said, and it's
Yeah.
just like they stuck to their roots for sure.
I
They
agree.
didn't try to do anything
Yeah.
extremely new.
Yeah.
But I did like it as like its lone little side story arc.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing really main story about it. It's definitely like an offshoot.
I agree. I feel like an OVA.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah,
to me.
I feel like an OVA.
But not in the way that it's just like a filler thing. It kind of
Yeah, it's
it
like an
kinda-
episode. It's like an OVA. I mean,
Yeah, and it adds a little bit of character progression.
Yes.
A little bit,
Yes,
just
it
because of
does.
the whole brother arc.
Yeah.
And we get to see a little bit more of like why some people are overpowered, and that's kind of nice. Too.
Yeah.
that is true. And then I did
The
so,
demon lords. at
So
least.
what I liked about it is I like that we got to see the other kingdoms. That
Yes.
There's other kingdoms out there, and then I like that. So like in the first seasons of Slime, they spend so much time establishing,
The world
Rimamaru
and-
and the kingdom of
Yeah.
Tempest.
Yeah.
And you know that the Dwarf Kingdom and there's other couple other
Falmouth
kingdoms
and,
out
like,
there.
all
Falmouth,
that,
yeah, that they all know Tempest is there
Yeah.
and it's not to be fucked with. But
Mhm.
you don't hear that these motherfuckers over here. Everybody else is like, bro, hey, we don't fuck with the forest, but Veldora owns that forest.
Yeah.
And then that forest, it surrounds Tempest. You don't go in there. And then, like,
Nope.
to hear another nation say that, I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because he sent the other guys off to spread rumors
Yep.
about it.
But what's
About it.
also
Specifically
really
for
cool
that, which is
for that
is when they fucking meet Valdora,
Yes.
and he's just
Yeah, and
chilling.
he's just like,
And
he's just
Yeah,
chilling,
Valdora,
reading
you
a
can do
manga. Yeah.
you can do it. Yeah,
So-
whatever.
yeah,
Oh, you all want to come to my forest?
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he's the chillest.
Hey,
motherfucker.
Rimaru, is that good? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care. All
Yeah,
right, well,
Can
then
I
I'll-
read my mangas?
Yeah, I read the
Yeah?
manga. Yeah, okay.
All right, I don't give a shit then.
Okay. So like that, that was
That
dope to
aspect
me.
was so fun.
Yeah, that was dope to me. So that means I like that the thing that always drives me crazy about animes is if you establish a lore, you establish rules, you need to stick to those rules
Mhm.
throughout the entire anime, throughout the entire show. There could be something that breaks those rules, but that has to immediately establish a new rule on why that rule is there.
Exactly, and that's why I loved it so much.
so,
'cause it
yeah.
stuck to that structure.
Exactly.
Like,
So
they
I
stuck to
really
rules.
like that. I like seeing the Dragon Riders. I like seeing the other kingdom. I like seeing that there's other magic. I like seeing that there's other demons out there.
Mhm.
Besides Diablo.
Yeah.
I like seeing that there was a lot of good character, seeing things, world building, things like that. That was cool. I really enjoyed that. Now on to the negatives.
Well, now that you brought that up, I got one more positive.
Oh, okay.
The interaction between the demons too, that was actually
Yeah,
really fun.
Violet
That was
Diablo-
square.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
actually really fun too.
That was cool.
Because you got to see like the power difference.
Yeah,
even though
the
they're
structure.
both. Yeah,
Well, the
even though they're-
naming
Well,
in
the
itself.
naming
Exactly,
made him
exactly.
so significantly more.
And you
powerful.
got
Yeah.
to see that power level difference because
Mhm.
whereas they were on the same level, he's not. It's
now
not
he's
even.
just like
Not even close now, yeah.
He's literally like,
Yeah.
you know,
You're a toy. To
You're,
me.
yeah, it's
Like,
child's play.
Exactly.
I have a name.
I was
now.
already busted, but now I'm even more busted
Right.
type thing.
Right.
And it was cool because it also showed the naming structure for Benimaru's brother.
Yeah.
Because she took all of the different souls and made it one person
Yeah.
by establishing the name on him.
Which also
which
is what
Which is cool. Yeah.
because we didn't know that.
forced him to become what he became.
Right.
So,
Because we
yeah.
didn't know that because in the beginning, Benimaru was naming motherfuckers. He
Yeah.
didn't know the significance of it. He's
Of
just
it.
like,
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
he
you
was
know,
like, oh yeah, you want a name?
Yeah, I
You're,
just do your
Jeffrey.
name,
What's good?
and then he slept for like, was it like 3
Like,
months or some
2
shit
to
like
3
that?
days most of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes a week.
Was it-
Really
Yeah, it
depends.
was fucked up.
It depended on what
Oh,
he
How?
named.
Yeah.
Because like when he named the ogres, it was like 2 weeks or something. like
Yeah.
that. It was a longer time,
Yeah.
and then same for
So
naming Diablo.
So I liked that. And like I said, the animation was on point. It seems like the intern is, I don't know where he's at, but he can stay wherever he is. We don't have to worry about that anymore for the
Oh, yeah.
animation.
Animation was on.
But
the fighting animation was really good. I really
and the
enjoyed
regular
fighting
animation. where they
There
were
was like
drinking and stuff
2
like that.
points where it kind of broke down.
That's
and
true.
You're like,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, I see where they
Whenever-
slipped the intern
When
in.
they do
Yeah.
the cube shit,
That's what it is.
that's what
Yeah.
when they do the cube shit. That's when the animation
And
is
it dropped
I
to
don't know what
480p for a second.
I'm like, oh, somebody changed the settings back. But no, so what? Okay, so I liked all that. What I didn't like, one major thing, and I'm sure all you guys are gonna jump in with me. One major thing that I didn't like was literally the stupidity of the brother, of Benimaru's
Yes.
like brother friend.
Yeah.
Like I just
already know
couldn't.
exactly
I could
where
not.
you're going.
I'm not gonna say too much about it because I do want people to go watch the movie and support the movie if it's still in theaters. If they missed it or not, but support it however you can.
At
But
this
his
point,
so
you'd have to
stu-
find it on one.
You're
of
gonna
the-
probably fight to find it online or some random
there's no
theater that
way.
needs money.
Yeah.
But Benimaru's brother was so dumb, and like,
Yeah, he was.
because there was
He killed himself.
I was wondering how it was gonna happen because I'm like, there's no problem.
The only way there'd
You know what
be
I'm
a
saying?
problem
There's no problem.
is if he
'Cause
makes the problem.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I'm like, Benimaru fixed
fixed everything.
like he does.
Like he normally does.
Like
he
he
comes
does,
in
without
just
spoiling.
devour.
Without
Not
spoiling.
even a problem.
Without spoiling, fixes everything. So where's the problem, right?
Yeah.
So then when they made him so stupid that conduced the problem, I'm like, I that really was like a turnoff for me in the movie because the movie was going so well, and then that just happened. And I'm just kind of like, what the fuck are we doing? But you needed a problem
But
to
that's
make it so something, but it's bad writing.
Yeah.
that's what's tough about OP characters is how do
It's
you
hard
write
to give
problems
them a
for
problem.
That's true.
that aren't already.
It is.
They're literally already demon lords. They are the.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
at the level.
when Milliam and them showed up,
Yeah.
at the fucking
And everybody's
thing,
just like,
they're like,
that's
yo,
like this million.
yo, that's Milliam? She's like, yo, why didn't you tell me we were gonna have fun and stuff? They're like, what the fuck? And then Diablo's like, hey, yeah, so blah, blah, blah. You have a demon too? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's just Diablo.
Yeah,
That's Diablo.
that's just everybody's so nonchalant about it.
I know it cracks me up. It's like,
Oh my
that's just
gosh.
remove.
Yeah.
This is how we use.
But
You
like
know,
you
the
said,
dragon,
though,
yeah,
it is just bad writing because you
Yeah.
have to be a little bit more original. You have to come up with something that can be a larger problem without breaking the rules of the world that you've
Yeah.
created.
And I was okay that they had Falmoth be the main, like the reason, basically why that happened was Falmoth sent his people to destroy the ogre village.
Yeah,
And then they find out Rimar's like, I already killed that motherfucker,
Yeah.
so I didn't.
Yeah, he's like,
that's
So
not even a thing.
but like
So-
yeah.
That kind of quelled him a little bit, but eating the stoop, I'm not gonna. I mean, I want to
That
ruin
was
it
just
for everybody.
it was
That's
just
fucking
fucking
dumb.
stupid.
yeah,
It's fucking
he
dumb.
pulled the big dumb.
And then
There's no way around it.
And then my other thing that I didn't like was, which they fixed it at the end. I thought for sure it was going to be a fucking problem, but they actually fixed it. Was the princess's crown, right? So the princess's crown that
Oh.
gives her abilities and powers to take care of her kingdom.
Yeah,
They thought it was a goddess because, like most religional things, if they don't fucking know better, they just assume everything's a deity or a god or whatever the case may be. Like
Which
always, if they don't understand it, it's a god, right? So it's one of those things. So that aggravated me a little bit, but I was like, okay, that's just stupid. How do you deal with somebody that's a supreme being and you've never seen it before? So okay, whatever. So then there's like they established a rule and said the crown does this. I'm like, okay, cool. The crown did that. Then at the end, the crown did something it does not do.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, because I'm about rules. If you establish the rule, that's what it is. You know what? I'm gonna tangent because this is a podcast real quick. We got plenty of time. What started the rule thing for me was, you guys are gonna laugh, but go back and fact check me, boy. in Naruto, in the beginning, they
Oh
said
my
that
God.
the Sharingan is a mutation of the Byakugan, and the Byakugan is the original. Is what they said, right? Okay, it's proven, and later on in Shippuden that is the case. However, they changed the rules, made it seem like Sharingan was the more dominant eye because people became Uchiha meat riders. And then the next thing you know, the Byakugan's like a second thought or a second fiddle to the
Uchiha.
fucking Sharingan
Sharingan.
that can morph into Rinnegan and do all this shit. No, you established a rule in the beginning, in the very first season, and then you changed it, and then now, so that's why it bothers me in other animes. I didn't go that deep. I was just gonna let that go, but that's why it bothers me, right? So if you're gonna make a rule, kind of stick to it, or if you're gonna remove that rule, replace it with another rule.
Make it make sense why that rule
Make
is
it
going.
make sense.
Make it make
That's
sense.
Like,
what
you
it is.
know,
Make it
so
make
oh,
sense.
we're in a new dimension.
Yeah.
That's why XYZ doesn't.
Yeah,
work that way
and like I said, the main thing that turned me off about the movie, one negative, is just literally the stupidity of the brother. Like,
Yeah.
you're really gonna sacrifice, do some things like that to save somebody when you don't even need to really do that, and then you're gonna listen to some guy you've known for maybe 5 minutes that takes you into a locker and is like, "Hey, bro, heard you got problems. Guess what I can do? I can fix that for you." Oh yeah, you can fix that. How come nobody else can fix that? Oh, because they ain't me, bro.
Thing.
If that ain't
Why aren't you taking this to anybody else?
that's
Besides
like,
me,
Like,
though.
literally. Yeah.
Why are we in a dark corner in this library? Why are you whispering?
'Cause
Why are you rubbing your hands together
Yeah.
like Birdman and looking at me
Why
like
are you
that?
going?
Yeah. Exactly.
Because every motherfucker thinks they're special.
That's
Yep.
true. That's true. That is true. So, other than that, though, I would say that it's because we have another movie to talk about and then some other stuff to talk about. But, and other than that, though, I would say that it was a good movie. Definitely go check it out. Definitely go watch it. Classic Slime. I really loved it. It was really, really good. Yeah, I really liked it. I'd give it as a movie. I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. What would you give it?
Probably 7 as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking
Give it
before you
7.
just said it. I'm
Okay,
like,
cool.
it's good, but it's not great.
It's funny. Like, the humor saves it for me,
Exactly.
honestly.
Gobbledygook.
I mean,
They got- yeah,
like I said, the classic
Yeah.
slime
Right.
freaking structure is
Yeah.
what made it good because it's got everything. It's got
You got, and
the
you got
comedy,
to see pretty much everybody.
the
as well.
drama,
Yeah.
the fighting, the good animation,
I
and then
agree.
of course
I like
somebody being super OP.
Right.
I-
and I want to talk about this later too after we talk about the second movie. But I really like when it's structured, when the movie is structured like at the end of the season or something, when we're not
Yes.
changing times and all this jumping around and junk like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's
That really, it doesn't only throw me off, but it's just, I don't know, it doesn't get me excited for the future. It just makes me think about why are we going
back to the
why
past?
am I even
Right.
watching this?
it makes you
It's-
think
What are we
well,
going
this
to
is a
cover? in the
money
future?
grab.
Yeah.
only, right?
Pretty
You
much.
weren't actually writing this for real lore.
But like this, like it was its own thing, separate from the series.
Yeah, it felt
That
like just like an
helped-
OVA. It felt like
Yeah.
it was like a filler between the next series.
Exactly.
to
Exactly.
happen. So I was okay with that. So okay, so we got 7 out of 10. All right, rolling right into the next thing. We went and saw tonight. We went and saw the Sword Art Online movie, the brand new Sword Art Online movie that basically takes place.
It's like after
It's like the first 2 months of
The first
Alan Crad happening.
is it
essentially.
months or like the
No,
first?
no,
years?
it's the first. It's the
It's the first 2
uh,
months. They said
couple. I think it's like 3 months.
on the balcony.
3
They
months?
said it's the first 2 months since the game started on the balcony.
Okay.
You guys are probably turned off by then. I can't
Dude,
blame you.
I-
But it
Dude.
was like
If that
the
gives
first
you any
2 months.
indication of what we're gonna say.
Yeah.
For
You
this
guys are probably
movie.
turned off, but they said this is the first. I can't believe it's the first 2 months, and I know that because of the gear they were wearing, right?
Yeah, because
And they said
Oh,
it. So I'm like, okay, and then they went back to the forest. So this movie, I'm gonna start, and then I'm gonna let you guys get in here. It starts the movie takes place in the first 2 months between floor 1 and floor 5, basically of them clearing it, right? When it first starts out, you're thinking that they're re-clearing it from the new series. That is incorrect. This is the filler of the things you didn't see when between Kirito leaving the hometown, Kirito killing the first dungeon, and then what happens after that. This is that. You don't see that,
Yeah.
but this is that.
There's
So
that time skip.
If
essentially.
you're not a fan of the really, really annoying and frustratingly emotional Asuna, this movie is not for you.
I agree with that 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this isn't the Kirito and Asuna that's almost died 10 billion times. This is the Kirito and Asuna that are just now starting newbies, and she's still a spoiled little rich girl that has problems at home
They're
and
the ones,
needs somebody to do stuff for her.
They've
all
never
the time.
been split up
She hasn't
before.
co- yeah,
all
she
this
hasn't,
other
yeah,
stuff.
she hasn't came into her own or anything like that yet. So she's like very whiny and very annoying. So basically, this takes place and shows kind of how the process was of clearing the rest of the floors. It basically covers Kirito and Asuna kind of as partners. They're not in the guild, as we already know. They don't do any of that stuff. They're really just running around with these two guilds that are clearing stuff at the moment. One guild is
they're the
is
two
the
strongest guilds.
two strongest guilds
at the time. At the time.
And one guild belongs to the guy with blue hair from the very first dungeon that died. One guild belongs to him, and the other guild belongs DBK, and then ALS.
ASL or
ASL or I think it's ALS.
Yeah,
because ASL is American Sign Language. And that doesn't sound right.
Alicization? I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
who knows?
So yeah, it follows them, and that's the guy with red hair from the first dungeon. I don't know if you remember him.
Kind of spiky.
Yeah, kind of spiky. But so these two
classic punk.
So these two guilds, right? So basically, well, yeah, it's like a punk hard ass type.
Well, yeah, it's that punk rocker.
He wishes he was Krusty from DDD.
Right. But he's also not a complete dumbass.
He's the guy that in a normal anime, that classic look that rides up on a skateboard with a bat. You know, like
definitely
that,
one of those guys.
That is that guy.
That's definitely that guy.
Yeah.
You can tell by the way he was eating food and stuff too.
Yeah.
So so it takes place with them. They clear a floor. They go to the next level, and basically they find out that there's another dungeon, a floor, of course, as you know. And then, but this one drops a very convenient item, which is basically powers up guilds.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what it is or anything, in case I want you guys to go and watch it and support our anime movies. That's our motto out here on the Hugo Core podcast. Support your anime movies. So go check it out. Drops an item. Basically, first of all, I want to start by saying the item is going to go into my negatives for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
The item's going to go into my negatives for this, but right now I'm doing the positives and give you the thing. So that happens. Kirito and Asuna have to figure out basically how to deal with the item dropping and the consequences that could come from that item without spoiling anything. And so they enlist the help of other people that they ran into along the way between floor 1 and 5 and try to figure out how to solve the issue. That's the way I'll leave it. Negatives. Oh, positives.
Well, there's also
animation was godlike. Yeah. It was not okay. It's
not godlike.
Oh, let me rephrase that. It's not Fire Force. It's not godlike. Yeah. It's Sword Art animation. Exactly the same as the first season. No bonuses.
No upgrades.
No upgrades.
No changes.
So there's that. Seeing the different lower, it almost was. Seeing the different lower floors was cool. Yeah. We didn't see the different lower floors, and I always like seeing city architecture. Like to me, the fantasy world, right? I like seeing that, but I do like seeing it. Like when they did the fireworks thing, I'm not gonna say too much, but seeing it from like when the chick was outside in the grass and seeing it in the thing, I'm like, that's fucking sick. And then seeing it before they went to that floor, that city was also cool.
Also that boss room.
Yes, the boss room was fucking sick. That was awesome design, and it made me feel like you were in it. Kind of.
I don't remember. It reminded me of something now. I can't remember what it was. Not Smash Bros, but something similar. I can't remember what it was.
It was very cool.
It kind of reminded me of Smash Bros. Kind of. Like talking about the like the old N64 Master Hand or whatever his name is.
Yeah. That's kind of the vibes I got for a little bit, and I don't know why it was throwing me back to that, but
I like that. I liked seeing the formation of. I will spoil this. I like seeing the formation of the Laughing Coffin.
That was going to be my main thing. I was like, I was so excited when I saw the Laughing Coffin like being built in front of our eyes.
Yeah,
that was by far the best part of the movie.
The early versions.
The early Laughing Coffin when they're just starting off. They're not even the Laughing Coffin yet.
They know each other, but they don't.
Yeah, they know each other. They know they're all people that want to be like killing people and taking whatever they want.
Yeah,
all kind of loners.
And they even have their own hand sign.
Yep.
So this is before the tattoos
and everything.
They're doing the
hand sign.
You're going like something like that. I don't remember exactly.
I can't remember what it was.
Like this or like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Almost like a half-ass like bloods, you know?
Yeah. So that was cool. Yeah, that was cool. I
Yeah.
forgot. I barely noticed that. I did see that, but I barely noticed that. That was cool. Good pickup on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was cool. So that I like that part about it. Do you guys have anything you want to put out there that you really liked about it that I missed? Maybe.
Let's see. I did kind of like seeing like Mito
Yeah.
a little bit and like getting, because that's a character that I don't even
They
Yeah.
forgot about her completely.
never existed. Austin never brings her up, so that's kind of like, it was cool to see like why this spoiled rich girl, like how she even got brought into this world. Essentially,
Yeah.
it was nice to see that.
Okay, I can respect that.
Positive, besides the boss, the overall design of the boss and everything,
Boss was amazing.
even up to like the end when he's just doing his, doing what he does at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying not to give away
I
too many
want to,
spoilers.
but I guess I won't. That was my favorite part of it, but I got a lot more negatives than I do positives on this one. If I'm being honest.
I'm about to get into it. I'm about to
Yeah.
get into it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Negatives. Okay, so I'm about to hop into the. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go hop into the negatives. So,
Yeah, where do you want to
I was
start?
smiling and look at the boys are probably looking at me like, oh, Joe's liking this, but I was like, there's things that I was like,
Well, I mean, at the beginning it was kind of funny, and it was kind of like setting up for something
Beginning was
that
okay.
Yeah.
it just wasn't.
Yeah. Like I've said before, I'm glad they didn't insert a problem where there wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
But then again, they kind of did with the item. But it's how they did with the item that I didn't like. So
yeah.
So okay, so
Well,
let's
it's
talk
also the fact that we haven't seen the item since,
or ever.
or
Yeah,
ever,
Like,
ever.
Like, that is
And it's the importance of the
it's
item
such
and
a
the level of the
top-tier
item.
Yeah, the item.
Really, it is such a top tier item that should have easily been in
You would think
the
you would
anime.
have saw it with the lead group when the lead group
exactly.
was clearing shit. That would have been an item
Yeah.
that the lead group would need. The Knights of the
So
Blood.
where did it come from? And this is what you're talking
the
about.
Knights of the Blood.
And
yeah.
where did it
changing
go?
things, breaking rules. Like
yeah.
that's what that did. It's like this is a really good item for any guild to
I
own.
want to say what it is, but I won't.
Right.
Really good guild item.
Right.
Why is it not being used to clear a dungeon in which if you die for real?
Yeah.
Why
In
are we
guilds,
holding things back?
Yeah. The lead group. I didn't see Knights of the Blood.
Where
doing
progress
it. I
is
didn't see-
made by the lead guild.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
So they did create a problem where there was.
I guess they kind of did, but
And-
but is it though?
They
Because
spent
it's
an
like,
hour and 15 hour and 20
Yeah.
minutes just talking and crying to each other, saying the same things over
Kind
and
of.
over again.
That's kind of yeah.
It was
It's just-
definitely a slower.
It was
Yeah.
so
one.
slow.
This is
Yeah.
this is most definitely like. I feel like the next, if they are making, I'm
They
assuming
are-
they're
they
gonna
are-
make
they're
another
They're
one.
making what, like
Yeah.
14?
or something like that.
A
So,
lot, either way, a lot.
This
Probably not
is
that much.
definitely probably going to be the worst one of all of them because it's
Yeah.
like they're building the story arc in a nutshell. They're
But-
kind of rebooting it ish.
Yeah.
So it's kind of slow.
But like all these next movies leading up until where we are now, or even future seasons, if the movies come out after that,
Yeah.
is going to be up until floor. What are we up to now?
We're at 5. Oh, they're at
We're
like
at-
50 something.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh no,
So
like where
are we
they
going-
get to at the end.
yeah, they're like at 50.
Are we
something.
going to be like getting fillers of?
I
source
guess
that
we're
we
getting.
haven't
I don't know.
seen,
From what I heard
'cause
from my source,
Now I don't.
from what my
know
source
anymore.
tells me is that we're gonna be getting fillers of what we didn't see, and then at like I think it's like it'll probably be at like movie maybe movie 5 is where we'll get where we are now, like clearing the new floors
Okay.
type stuff.
Okay.
But what
But-
the fuck is it gonna matter if we're
I don't
gonna? Are we just gonna see more items that don't mean anything in the
I
actual
don't know.
story?
Yeah,
I
and
don't
Are we
see,
going to
that's the
see
thing.
more characters that don't actually mean anything?
Well,
in the
I would
story?
like to see more history. So like I'm okay with it. Like they're like
It needs
like,
to matter though.
it doesn't always need to be a problem. Like if that makes sense. So like I'd
Well,
be
yeah.
okay with seeing how Kirito's time with the Black Cats was, where he was doing stuff
Yes.
with them and
Okay,
helping
yeah.
them
Well,
and helping them clear stuff and
Right,
get
yeah.
items and hiding and some
Instead
of the
of just
stuff
like 2
and some of
episodes.
this stuff he was going through because he was like, you know, I'm high level, but I'm hiding from them. They don't know I'm high level. I got to keep being low
Yeah.
and running content with them and doing stuff with them and getting them good. Like, that's fine. Like, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I need to see what the lead group's doing. I need to see how the lead group was established. I need to see how the Knights of the Blood were established. I need to see what makes him so special and have stuff like that.
That is one thing I will say, like exactly what you're talking about. Wanting to see that establishment.
Yeah.
Why didn't we get to see the establishment of those two groups?
Yeah.
Like we kind of did in the beginning anime, but it wasn't necessarily the establishment.
Yeah.
We saw the guy take over.
That's true. Yeah.
But we don't know any way how they split, what happened.
Yeah.
That whole arc.
That is true.
What happened?
That is true. I mean, Sword Art has a way of kind of doing this shit to you, and I know there's a lot of Kirito and Asuna fucking fanboy and fangirls out there, and if you're one of our viewers or listeners, we appreciate that, but dude, you guys gotta admit there are faults to that.
Can I say another thing? Like, this movie was constantly doing this too. They're trying to create a sense of danger where there clearly is none because we're in the past.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the whole
That's a good point.
So much of this was just the
great
sound
point.
was just trying to make it seem like, oh, someone's about to die. And it's like,
but we know they're not.
But we know they don't. So
and
there's no fucking point to be.
And they just released it now. When we know.
And
we already know.
There's so much of it too,
No,
and it
you're
just
right.
keeps happening.
You're
And
right. They tried
to
make the danger of the laughing coffin real, but every time they attack them, it's like, oh, you're in a safe
Yep.
spot,
Yep.
or
Yes.
we're gonna attack you. Oh, there's actually mobs here, so we can't do that. How convenient!
It's like the plot armor and the plot holes
Yeah.
were just insane.
And the plot armor created plot holes.
Well,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, because like you can't see these characters' names. They're in hoods. They're the hoods disabled character names. And then old boy said his name like Joe. Why are you trying to create conflict where there's no conflict? Are we gonna call that guy out for being one of the conspirators? Are we gonna talk about that? Those are like you know what I'm saying, like negative things. So I'm just gonna let this one go because there's not a whole lot to say.
But the problem is they're trying to build on something that
doesn't exist.
Now that
it's already established.
not just not existing, but like
they're.
Gosh. I don't know, man.
I'd say
there's no.
I'd say the movie's a 5.
I was gonna go probably 4.
I was gonna go like
maybe 3.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
I was gonna go 4, 4.5, somewhere in there. It's okay. It's a decent start. I kind of like they really started to get halfway decent into like the good part. That's when it ended, and I felt it's like a rug pull right there.
Yeah,
because it was like a here's a cliffhanger. Now you gotta wait a year, you know.
I'm like, I
and
agree.
it's just kind of like
I agree.
I will say one more plus I did have when Mito joined them in the boss fight.
Yeah.
When the boss came out of the stairs.
Yeah.
The mouth was the stairs, so for her to come out, she had to come out through the mouth because that's where the stairs were. I did like that.
Yeah.
That was kind of a
I like that they
good touch.
I like
that was about it.
You know, you bring up a good point too, and I like that they put that mouth there because they could leave at any time. So they were like, "Yo, wait, get the fucking stairs, bro."
Reset. All right, we can't handle this.
Which is fine because that's some wild shit. You can reset the boss.
Yeah,
that's fine. I'm okay with that. And then he's like, "Nah, bruh," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." But then I was like, "Well, he saw them from leaving, but can somebody come in?" And then she came in. Mito came in. And I was like, "Cool, I'm okay with that. You're sticking to your rules
because we knew she was gonna come in.
Yeah, you're sticking to your rules because the information broke her.
But then at the same time, they broke other rules. So like, it doesn't.
Yeah. But so I'd say Mito carried the movie. And that's crazy because she didn't show up until
she's not even
the last
25 minutes
in
the show.
The last 25 minutes of the movie, and she carried the movie.
That's the problem, and that's literally like I said. My positives was Mito.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, she was lit. It's like I always like seeing those types of weapon users. And then the fact that it has a chain attached to it.
Yeah, the ball. Yeah,
that was kind of, and she could use it to like target things as like kunai and stuff.
Very ninja shit. I like that. It's very cool. So yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. I'm giving it a 5. I don't think it's almost a 4, but I'm gonna give it a 5. That's where I'm at. You guys gave it 4s, right?
I gave it a 4.
Okay.
I'm going 4.
All right.
Somewhere in there.
I'm going 4.
Right. Now let's talk about something that's a fucking 10 real quick, if you don't mind. I'm gonna bring it up.
I'm gonna disagree.
No, you're not. I'm gonna talk about something that's a fucking 10 right now. Look at me in my eyes when I say this. You guys looking at me in my eyes when I say this? You look at me in my eyes when I say this?
I know what it's gonna be.
You guys looking in my eyes when I say this? Motherfucking Legend of Vox Machina.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit, bro. Legend of Vox Machina is fucking a banger right now.
So good.
Bro, what?
So good.
What?
We had a conversation.
We did.
About what mythical beast did you say was fucking the coolest.
That is funny.
You said some dumb flying hippo or something.
No,
don't know.
I said a fucking the griffin things. Is it a griffin?
No, it wasn't a hippogriff. It was something like a hippogriff.
No, it's got an eagle head and fucking wings and a fucking claws and shit. It's a griffin.
You said something.
It's gotta be. No, it's a griffin. And then you said dragons are superior to griffins.
Yeah, and then I was like,
is it not a griffin? Is it not a fucking
But
griffin?
we had a whole ass conversation.
Yeah, the hippogriff is like when it's like horse legs.
Hippogriff is the horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then a griffin is like the fucking lion bird thing. Right?
It's got
an eagle
lion.
head.
No, the lion bird thing with like a does it have like a snake tail?
No, that's something else.
That's a chimera.
That's a chimera. I'm not talking about a chimera.
Okay.
I'm talking about a griffin.
Griffin.
Yeah, what?
Either
way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
what's the main symbol for the alliance that they ride on? They're griffins.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty
right?
sure.
Aren't
That's
what
I can't
it is a griffin.
about.
Like there's a couple different types of griffins. I will have to say, like there's the lion griffins and there's like the classic
I'm talking like eagle head
griffins.
Yeah, bird leg
Right.
like with
All
wings, griffin. But anyways, before
we had a long ass conversation.
Yes, we
and
did.
then I had to explain to you for like
before
20
we
minutes.
watched it though.
This is before it
we
came
watched
out.
it.
About how dragons were superior because of the variety of dragons.
Of mythic creature.
Yes, of mythic creature.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff. And then I went into a tangent about how they existed.
And you convinced me.
Because they did.
And you you convinced me on that, right?
Yeah.
And I was convinced. I said, you know what? You're right. I don't know why I was thinking about it any other way. Dragons are clearly the superior mythical beast, right? Cool.
And then
we established that. So all right, cool. Then we went and saw Slime, and then after Slime, we were like, oh shit! In the next season, the new season of Vox Machina out. We're like, yeah, hey, let's watch that shit. So we came down here to the Hugo Core Command Center. We set up the projector and everything. We got comfortable, had our snackadoo-deskas, and we set up, bro. And
bro, in all of my infinite creativity that I do not have, I could have never fucking dreamt up the shit they designed, and
that was godlike.
Dude, the dragon breath destroying the freaking
the mountain.
The mountain.
Yeah. The man, dude, when it opened its fucking its scales to vent the heat, so it can laser beam like fucking fire out of it. Went from red to thin to blue to beam.
And
I was like,
sound. It had the sound.
Had the Fire Force sound. Shout out to Fire Force.
It wasn't quite that.
It wasn't.
Listen,
it was close.
You're right.
Fire Force is just like
another level.
That's
Fire
Force's
sound.
Yeah, that puts me on another plane. Either way, it was still top tier. It was top tier.
Bro, dude, we're all sitting here, dude, watching it, bro.
We all
like, you ever seen the Joe Rogan meme where it's like UFC and that guy gets knocked down? He's like,
yeah.
That was literally us, dude. Like we were literally like, yo, holy shit, bro. And then so that blew us away. And then the acid dragon, we're like, yo, that's fucked up. We're like, dude, that is a problem.
Melting motherfucker.
We're like, that is a problem. And we're like, dude, that's the first time I've ever seen it done good like that.
Yeah. Normally an acid dragon's not
it felt so D&D, it just blew me away. It blew me away. It felt so D&D.
There's 4 dragons.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. We didn't even get into the... I mean, we just said the fire
and obviously they couldn't even handle. Yeah, everybody died.
Insane.
Everybody.
Bro, and the way they were sitting on top of the gold and telling them, hey,
true dragon form.
Yeah, dragon shit, bring me gold. Which is crazy because you
showed
showed me.
I showed you Smaug.
You showed me Smaug from The Hobbit because I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah.
I had to choose. I chose Star Wars. So. It is what it is. But he's been putting me on.
When we had this conversation, like I said,
it's crazy.
It was more than 30 minutes. Now I'm thinking about it because we did a whole bunch of shit.
It was crazy because we literally just had that conversation, and then we went to the movies with you, and we went side. And then I was like, bro, that's fucking
Next
crazy.
thing you know, Vox Machina season 2 is out, and they're just got the most insane dragon.
Insane, dude. The icicle stuff's cool. So far, Vox always has the character development in such a good way that I'm not annoyed by how things transpire.
I'm a tiny bit annoyed because we haven't seen some development of characters in the past. We haven't seen Percy's thing.
Not yet.
We haven't seen, not yet.
But
not
the
yet.
Vestige things opens up a whole
That's
new
right.
fucking ballgame.
But and we were wondering about power scaling
At
and
a
stuff.
cost.
Right, about how are they going to defeat some of the
Yeah,
stuff?
how are they going to
Yeah.
defeat
How are they going to?
a team of
Because they
dragons?
beat the
Exactly.
fucking Thunder Dragon by fluke.
That's
It was a fluke,
Absolute
and he's
fluke.
a
He
baby
was the weakest
dragon.
baby
He's an
compared to
undeveloped dragon.
Well, he was an older man, but he wasn't even,
But
wasn't
it-
on the same tier as the
Well, no,
far as
that's what I'm saying.
dragons
Like,
going, yeah,
comparative,
he was-
like, he's a
He's a
dragon.
new
They're
dragon.
elder dragons.
Which is sick
Like-
because when they went into his lair, they saw the different dragon colors
right
thing on the fucking ground
Yeah,
and shit
with
on the
the
thing
eyes and stuff,
and all that
on the
stuff. And
posts.
like you're like, okay, there's more dragons, but you didn't understand the gravity of more dragons. So that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Power scaling sick. I like it that they're each getting something or something's transpiring to get them.
It's
where
usually
they
like
need to
it's
be.
gonna be, and it's gonna be even more.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. I
Yep.
like one thing. I will agree with you. Something that you had said when we were watching it is I like how it's given, but it's not given for free. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like something like
They
Like-
always have to do something. They have to prove themselves worthy.
or give something
give
that can't
something.
be given back, taken
Exactly.
back.
souls.
Souls, like
Some
soul,
kind
soul
of
shit.
That's the thing is, though,
sacrifice
we haven't
or
seen
something.
Percy's thing.
transaction.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
said he made one, but we don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know the extent of
Yeah.
that, right? They talked about he made an exchange to basically kill the people on his hit list. Well, one of those people are still alive, so I wonder if that's gonna have to
Mhm.
do with his trade, because you saw that person snitched
Yep.
to one of the dragons.
And then
So
the worst one's so obviously Grog. So he's got that sword.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's the dark
That
one,
starts
right?
Yeah.
starting to warp into
Yeah.
his mind.
That's
yeah.
the one that's
And
gonna
last
be
thing we
problematic.
saw is he stabbed Pint.
So,
So
yep. So
that's
Pike,
a Pike.
PK,
Why do I
Pike.
call her Pint?
Pint.
Because she's
Well,
tiny.
no.
Yes, she's
No,
tiny.
I'm pretty sure. I think one of them calls her Pint quite often as
Could've
like
been.
a
Probably.
as a nickname.
It could have
kind
been.
of thing.
It could have
Probably.
been. Yeah. So the fact that that's going on is crazy. And dude, I like they just opened the season in right where
Bro.
they left off, which was insane. And then
Kayla's power buff that she just fucking got,
oh yeah,
which
dude.
she just got one in the last
the
season
fucking
too.
the elemental fucking
I mean, but-
elementalist
hey,
fire thing.
That's an elementalist thing though. Like
Fucking
it's a
crazy.
mage, bro.
That's-
They're always getting
Elemental
OP
yeah,
stuff.
but like here's the thing, right? She's the scaredy cat of the group.
But that's
There's
why
not
you
going to
give
be
her-
just one OP in the group. What are the other buffs that are going to put these people on that same
I'm-
fucking level?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because the shadow armor already gave
Everybody's now.
him fucking super cool.
Yeah, he's
he's
basically
paying for it right now.
Yeah.
We don't know the cost, the limit of that of what he's got to pay for that, but it's
but
fucking dope.
he's the champion of
Yeah.
a dark god.
Of Dark God, and then
So,
and then Grog got his ass beat by the black guy, which I think that guy is gonna somehow play a factor
Yeah.
into this because they both said the same thing. So when Grog just fought, who the fuck did he just fight? Was it the Sphinx? He fought the Sphinx, and the Sphinx said, "You don't know where your power comes from,"
Yes,
and throws
that's
him
what
off
he
the
said.
edge.
Yeah.
But the black guy told him that first. After he beat him to a fucking pulp, you don't know where your power comes from.
yeah, the
So I
blind
think
heart.
that's
So
gonna play a part.
I think he's like a
That's gonna play a part.
he's like a chosen champion of a deity of some sort.
But here's the thing: he's about to go interact with his kind.
I think he's gonna get an Infinity Gauntlet.
Infinity
And
Gauntlet.
it should look like an Infinity Gauntlet on the other dude's hand. I don't know yet. We haven't seen it.
We'll see.
We're
We'll
about
see.
to watch. We're about to watch the new episodes here in a minute after we finish this podcast. But yes, but dude, it's such a banger, dude.
It's
And then
unexpected.
shout outs to Stanland.
Scanlan.
Oh my god.
Scanlan.
He's the most freaking hilarious
Dude.
character on there, bro.
It's so well written.
I really enjoy the writing.
Humor without cringe.
Yes.
A little tiny bit.
Well, a little bit of cringe, but it's a good kind of.
But it's
That's
like
hard.
a humor. It's
It's
a
that-
humorful cringe.
He's not being cringy, like in that weird cringy way.
He's
It's
not a
more of,
creepy guy.
exactly.
He's
It's
just-
more of
It's
cringe
not the
in a
creepy
like
cringe. It's,
he
Yeah,
he's cringe to himself
yeah,
more than anything because it's
Yeah.
kind of like a ooh
yeah, type
kind
of
of
thing.
thing, you know.
But dude, like I said, dude, Vox Machina is bomb. If y'all ain't started the new season yet, definitely go peep it out. It's gonna
Oh,
blow you away.
the only thing I'm gonna say, because I got to be negative about everything in some regard, right?
yeah.
It just has to happen.
Yeah.
That's the way I think. If the entire show is gonna be just development and development and development instead of just like actually solving the problems, eventually I'm gonna get tired of it, but I'm not tired of it yet because the fucking design and the way they're going about it is just ridiculous.
I'm gonna say
it's so ridiculous.
I agree with you, but I'm gonna say at least they have an end goal.
That's the thing. Is like
they have a goal.
It's
So
different.
To take
it
back
feels,
that kingdom.
It feels different.
Yeah.
And another thing is like a lot of shows you can see them accomplishing that goal. How the fuck are they gonna do that here?
I don't know.
How
The only way they can
I
even
mean-
attempt to maybe do it is picking them off one by one after they get all
Which
their
we've seen the
powers.
Acid Dragon get a little power hungry and then try and go deal with it
Well, he took
themselves.
Scanlan's fucking thing, so that's gone. And then he fucked the Sphinx, so
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Which honestly, that was a little bit of a downside to me because how you gonna have that Sphinx who's supposed to be I've never felt pain and
that's
all
been
this
around
other stuff.
since all that time.
Yeah,
Never
just
wounded.
get bit once and die.
By an
I
acid
don't know.
dragon, though.
I
You get
mean-
acid injected into your veins. It's kind of hard to live from that.
I worked.
Yeah,
with
I kind of
Snakes,
understand
Joe.
because the Sphinx
Come
is
on.
supposed
Acid
to be
snakes?
like.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I guess not. I mean, some
Yeah.
can melt. Yeah, they're corrosive or necrotic.
Yeah, but it ain't
and
an
can
acid
melt-
snake.
Yeah, they're necrotic though, and they can melt your skin off and
Yeah.
everything. But
But not-
you know,
you know,
I don't know.
doesn't have wings.
It doesn't have wings.
I mean, you know what? You got me there, Joe. You got
Doesn't
me there.
have wings
You
and
got
it
me there.
just spit said
Yeah.
acid.
You got me
Yeah,
there. You got me
They're
there.
spitting snakes though, but they don't have
They
wings.
don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't have
Yeah,
wings.
it's-
That would be called an evolutionary problem. The snakes, cobras,
That's
and
called
fucking
an advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck all that.
That's an evolutionary
Yeah,
advantage.
that's gonna be a
right
hard
there.
pass for me. But no, but Legend of Vox Machina is a fucking banger this season.
Oh,
We'll definitely be talking about it more in the podcast, in the future podcast.
Another
So, yeah.
complaint. The problem when you release 3 episodes at a time is you only get a month worth of shows.
Oh yeah.
I'm not good. If you release them all at the same time, I'm gonna watch them all at the same time.
True.
I don't have the self capability and control to not just watch them all at
See?
once.
But then you got me on the other spectrum, which I absolutely love that because most of the time I don't even watch animes when they come out because I wait until they completely finish so I can just watch them beginning to end.
I've tried to do that
That
for some,
motherfucker
but
is amazing. I can't do that shit. I have to see the next episode.
I did it for Demon
honestly,
Slayer. Demon Slayer is
honestly,
the
I
other
think
one I
that's
could.
more of my whole like ADHD hyperactivity thing.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't watch them in a row,
Yeah.
I completely forget,
Oh.
what happened?
Yeah.
and then I have to rewatch it, and then I rewatch it again, and then I rewatch, and
Or
it's
then
like,
you just
yeah.
forget certain episodes.
Well, yeah,
happening.
where I get exactly. I
gaps,
get
and you're
like,
like,
I have
"What-
little
why is
gaps.
this?"
I have
Yeah.
little gaps. So for me, it's amazing.
It's like
I love it.
It's like me every time I log into Skyrim. What the fuck was I doing?
Yeah, what was I doing again?
What the fuck was I doing?
Oh, you're awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there. Oh shit, they got me. Oh, you're awake. Fuck.
Oh man.
Yeah,
But that's obviously that's more of like preference than anything, really.
No, I feel
yeah.
you. I feel you.
But it could go either way. At least that's a happy medium. At least they're not just like, here's all of them.
That.
Yeah, that part.
Then I would watch
that-
them all at once and just be upset.
Because, dude, you get that
Yeah.
anime. You get that anime emptiness, dude. When something's just so good, and then you have it's gone,
Dude.
and then it's like, what do I do now? It's like a Kiba Maid War for me lately. I've been thirsting so hard. I'm like, dude, Akiba Maid War is so good.
Because there's nothing that is quite the same. Nothing that has the same kind of writing with these kind of dragon designs, with
Yeah.
the fucking, I don't know, the level of destruction.
Yeah, and it's so crazy. This is all a Kickstarter. One of our viewers told us
Yeah.
that this show started off a Kickstarter, and they got the backing for that,
Yep.
and that's what turned into the show,
Which
which is sick.
Well, it's because I mean,
They should make a game,
luckily,
like a 5-player game.
they'd ruin it. It's Amazon, brother.
So, well,
Come on now.
okay. Well, the people that are behind it, though, Critical Role, those guys are actually
What'd they just make?
they just made their own tabletop, or they're making their own tabletop. Like they're
What
pushing
ju-
it more.
Something just came out.
No, Amazon has another chance. So I'm gonna tell you what. So New World, I can't talk about New World. I'm Indian,
Come on,
but
bro.
New World.
Amazon.
I'm just gonna
has
say-
another chance.
New World. I can't say too much because I'm Indian, but no, bro.
I'm not.
But
that
Blue
shit trash.
But Blue Protocol though, the anime MMO that's coming out from Amazon, that might save them.
It might.
It might save them. It might save them.
Honest.
I don't think it's gonna. It's not gonna be a Genshin Impact. It's not gonna be a fucking Tower of Fantasy. I think Blue Protocol's gonna save them. I I think.
Hopefully.
And if I'm
We'll see.
wrong, I'll come back here on the podcast and Flu's going to laugh at me and say, I fucking told you, Joe.
Honestly,
And then I don't
Amazon
think it
Game Studios not had a good run so far. I mean, shoot, they made
Crucible that
Crucible
died.
that literally was like
New World has like bots only on it now. I can say that. That's
The
facts.
marketing's always going to be out of the world. The game's always going to be fucking garbage.
it's because they're taking. The problem is they're taking regular developers
No, all they want.
that aren't MMO.
You're missing
developers
the point. You're
and
missing the
making them
point.
make
You're missing the
MMOs.
point. All they fucking want is money.
Oh, for sure.
They know you're going to pre-order the game. They know you're going to buy the game. All they want for you is to buy the game. They're going to put minimal resources into producing this dog shit ass game, maximum into marketing,
Yeah.
into these trailers, cinematic trailers, and all this other shit,
Yeah.
into these ideas
Yeah.
that won't actually fucking be implemented into the game because they won't be given enough time to
True.
until 4 fucking years later after the game's been released.
Shout out to the modders.
Yeah, honestly,
That
So
fixed the game.
they're just they
That's-
know you're
that's
gonna
the
get
gaming
they
industry
know
now.
they're gonna get
Yeah.
the money back. They know they're gonna
It's
get their
all
money
good.
back and then some. And they don't give a fuck because they'll keep doing it because people will still
Yep.
buy it.
Hey, shout out
You
to
gotta-
Hogwarts Legacy. You got me on that one.
That shit,
You
listen.
sneaky motherfuckers. You got
Listen.
me on that one. I
It's
pre-ordered that shit 100%.
the first words out of my motherfucking wizard's mouth. Avada Kedavra, fuck you.
I'm bro. I'm definitely.
Hey,
bro,
You sent the
yes,
meme?
dude. Tuesday. I've already taken off of work. Don't ask me to do shit. My cell phone's gonna be turned off. I got the deluxe edition so I can play 72 hours earlier.
You
'Cause,
sent
bro,
you
I'm-
sent the meme? Anything off the trolley, dude? Avada Kedavra!
You get told that wasn't funny, dude. I watched that like 6 times. I laughed every time.
Bro, I loaded up my phone at lunch. The first thing I see is anything off the trolley, dude. I'm like, what? Avada Kedavra! I'm just- I died. I straight up died.
Dude, it's hilarious, dude. That's why I sent it to you, because I'm like, bro, I
You're
know it's gonna be. Because I always play light side in games, right? I always play the good guy in games.
Yeah, he
guys
doesn't like
always-
that fun.
These guys always play evil. He plays more of a neutral.
I bounce back and forth. I like
Yeah.
to do both runs.
That shit's
So
funny.
that's my
dude.
thing.
I
I
don't
don't
like-
play it
I
twice.
only play good guys.
My
do
man
good
likes to
and
play
bad.
both sides so that he always comes out on top.
Yeah.
Yes.
I only play good guy, and this guy only plays dark. But dude, that
No,
that
here's the
made me
thing.
laugh so
I
hard.
play light. Here's the thing. I play light. I just kill everybody that deserves it.
Oh
It just
my
so
gosh.
happens in my playthroughs that everybody deserves it.
You're annoying. I don't like the way you talk. Avada Kedavra!
Bro,
Oh, you talking to
Bro, I'm
You
really
talking to me?
surprised if anybody makes it out of the fucking school with Flu in there,
Yeah,
bro.
Flu's gonna be in there.
Flu's
Somebody's
gonna
gonna
be like
pump
pushing
him in the
fuck.
hallway. Avada
No,
Kedavra!
it's less than that, bro. The dude's gonna sell him the wand. I gotta test it. Avada
Avada
Kedavra.
Kedavra.
He's gonna walk out. Of the,
I gotta
he's, gonna,
make-
he's gonna walk out of the fucking thing. The dude's gonna need to walk in there for a wand to get himself a wand. Flu's gonna be like, he doesn't need to be around because he's not gonna get a wand because I just killed the wand guy. Avada Kedavra.
Well,
Then he's gonna go to the taxi thing for the wizard thing and buy a broom. Well, since the guy sold the broom to the only person that's useful in the game, Avada Kedavra. He's gonna ride the broom to Hogwarts where he signs up for his classes. Now that he's signed up for the classes, he doesn't need that person anymore. Avada Kedavra.
You're no longer an important NPC.
My man walks into the first class.
Listen.
It's potions. He don't give a fuck about potions.
Potions.
Avada
Avada Kedavra.
You're forgetting the most important part.
He's not even gonna get sorted. Poor hat. The hat better.
The hat's gonna go. Oh no! Avada Kedavra.
Flu's gonna be like, he's gonna have the hat in one hand and the wand in the other hand. He's gonna set the hat on his head. He's gonna point the wand at it.
It's you or me, motherfucker. Make
you know
the
what
choice.
You know what you need to say.
You know what I'm thinking.
You know what I want to be.
You know what I haven't seen? Can
Oh
I
my
loot
gosh.
motherfuckers that I kill?
Yeah.
Not just. I'm talking NPCs.
Oh, you're talking about I don't know.
Like if I order a
But
butterbeer and that motherfucker takes a little bit too long, and all of a sudden,
Oh boy.
He
You
gets
know.
caught with an Avada Kedavra.
next thing you know,
He
listen,
slips and falls on a,
is that
Avada
cash
Kedavra.
register? Is that cash register? Does that need a little,
So
tinkering? Or
so there was a leak today that came out, and I couldn't avoid it because
I told you I can't look at them.
because Twitter. But I will tell you that I saw the map to Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay.
The entire map of the game. I saw the entire map of the game because somebody has a copy of the game already.
Isn't it in like layers?
No sir. No sir. It is
Levels?
Skyrim size.
But isn't there also like levels to? Isn't there like an underground?
There's underground
section?
shit too,
Okay.
yeah. But I'm saying with the map,
You're talking about like the base overland.
when you
overworld
press map,
yeah.
I saw the map and it's Skyrim big, and I'm like,
Well, you can fly.
right. So,
Yeah.
but I'm still like, fuck, that's a lot
Now the question
for a
is,
Harry Potter
the
game.
question
That
is
is a
though,
lot.
is it all playable?
It was all playable
Yes, they
area.
did. They have said that.
Well, the dude that had that I saw the map from had flown all over the thing, so it was all
to
uncovered.
see it. Yeah.
And then when he
That's-
said map, opened the
You
thing
know I'm gonna
up,
spend all my time in the forest anyway.
I'm like,
it don't
bro,
matter.
this game is
running around in the
Bro,
dark
I'm gonna have
forest of
every-
Latagadam.
Yeah, I'm gonna have every animal, and then I'm gonna just sick them
Well,
off.
you're a
people.
Hufflepuff, so of course you would.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what the hat says.
Did you know that? Yeah, he's a Hufflepuff.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty canon for Flu.
yeah, we'll see what
to be
the
a
we'll,
Hufflepuff.
I'd say so. I'm a Ravenclaw. What are you?
Ravenclaw.
You're a Ravenclaw too?
yeah, we'll see what the hat says.
Well, I know what that's gonna say.
That's gonna say whatever the fuck you want it to.
Or
else.
The hat's gonna go. Ravenclaw, Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw, Ravenclaw, Puff. Ravenclaw, Ravenclaw, Puff. Ravenclaw, Ravenclaw, Puff. Puff. Puff.
Some
Okay,
people
yeah,
just
He
Hufflepuff.
pulls it away. Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff. Okay.
Okay. Now that I've been sorted about it, no, I'm just kidding.
some people
No longer need you.
Exactly.
some people just don't deserve a second chance.
Yeah, Crucio. But yeah, it's gonna be sick, man. I'm really excited for that. But back to what we were saying though is, they got me on that one. But I think that's gonna be a good investment. I don't give a fuck about any of the other controversy. If you're listening to our podcast and you're like, oh my god, they're gonna play Harry. Yes, I am. I don't give a fuck about none of your conflict or any of that other bullshit.
Fuck your make believe.
I don't
I'm
care.
make believing in Harry Potter land,
That's right,
bitch.
bro. I don't care. So unfollow us or whatever.
I live
don't
in the
care.
real
I don't
world
care.
until it comes to
I'm
Hogwarts.
gonna play that shit. So if I don't got a problem with you unless you want me to make it a problem with you, then we can get to that. But I'm just playing the fucking game. So.
Yeah, it's a game.
I don't give a shit if it's Star Wars and
Doesn't
it's
matter.
by J.K. Rowling. I don't give a fuck what I'm gonna play it. So
I don't give a fuck about J.K. Rowling. I just want to play a fun game. Go
thank
fuck
you.
yourself.
My point
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Fuck that bitch.
Couldn't
Who
have said it
cares?
even
Go
better.
fuck
Yeah, I
yourself.
don't give a fuck.
How
I
about
just wanna
fuck
play the
you?
game.
How about that? How about fuck you?
Exactly.
Fuck me, fuck you, go fuck yourself.
There it is. See, problem solved. In proper Hugo Core fashion.
The secret art of not giving a single fuck.
Indeed, not a single one.
There's a book about that.
But
Until you fuck with one of us.
But what I do give a fuck about is if you guys would hit that like button or the subscribe button right now. You know what I'm saying, to the podcast. We appreciate you guys. We hope you guys had a good time with us. I know we ran over a little bit, but some pretty good conversation. Shout outs to our first guest, Mr. Sage Killer Rep
First,
himself, man.
second guess.
Second guest, man. Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you having out. Hopefully you had fun with us
Oh, of course.
today
of course.
in the podcast.
It is always fun having the whole anime shenanigans conversations, man. It's always a good fun.
Oh,
Good-
definitely,
good
most
fun.
definitely, bro. But welcome, and we appreciate you. And then, so with that being said, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Enter for that giveaway. All you have to do is just tell us what 2 figures we've had in previous episodes in the comments. That's it. And then you win yourself a wall scroll. So we'll see you guys next time. Peace.